Imagine a time when the kings ruled everything. The poor paid all the taxes, and questioning your ruler could cost your life. Now imagine those same poor people rising up and changing the world. This is not a movie, this is a real story of French Revolution. Welcome to Smart Social, where we make a social study simple, short, and student friendly. In this video, we are going to cover the full chapter from the causes and events of the effects and the key takeaways. Let's begin our journey to 18th century of the France. France in the late 1700s was a monarch ruled by King Louis XVI. Society was divided into three estates, that is first estate, second estate and third estate. Third estate means completely common people. Everyone else, that is the peasant, workers, merchants, and they paid all the taxes. But first and second estate people, that is the first is completely called to clergy and second estate nobility. Clergy means religious leaders who did not pay the taxes, and nobility means rich landowners, also tax free. In 1789, the king called a meeting of the estate general to discuss the taxes. Each estate had one vote, so the first and second estate could always outvote the third. Unfair and right. So the third estate walked out. They formed the National Assembly and took the tennis court oath, vowing them not to stop until France had a new constitution. Then came the breaking point. On the 14th July 1789, the peoples from the Bastille and prison of and symbol of the king's power. It became a symbol of freedom, and this day is now celebrated as a Bastille Day in the France. The revolution had officially begun. National Assembly began transforming the France. Feudal privileges were abolished and taxes became fair. A new constitution was created in 1791. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizens was adopted and stating that all men are born free and equal in their rights. The church lost its lands and power. France became a constitutional monarch, meaning the king had to share the power with an elected assembly. But here's something important, not everyone had the right to vote. The Constitution introduced two categories of citizens, that is active citizen and passive citizen. Is it clear everyone? Active citizen and passive citizen. Active citizen means these were men above 25 years of age who paid taxes equal to at least 3 days of labor wages. They had the right to vote and participate in elections also. Basically, only wealthy men were considered as an active person, but remaining everyone has going to the passive citizens only. These included women, poor peasants and workers. They had no voting rights even though they were still citizens of France. This system was still unfair, and it later led to demands for full equality, especially ended the monarch, promoted democracy, and inspired other revolutions in Europe, Latin America, and even India. Though not perfect, the revolution showed that common people can challenge injustice and demand a better future. In 92, the monarch was abolished. France became a republic. King Louis XVI was executed and guillotined in January 1793. Soon after, Mary Antony, Queen of Mary Antony, met the same fate. This led to Reign of Terror under the Maximilian Robespierre. He is a Jacobin club leader. Anyone suspected of being against the revolution were executed, and over 16,000 people. Eventually, Robespierre himself was arrested and executed. The Jews, France needed stability. In 1799, a young military general named Napoleon Bonaparte took control. He ended the revolution and became emperor in 1804. He brought order and reform like the Napoleon Code. He also ended the many revolutionary freedom. That the full chapter of the French Revolution, from royal luxury to revolutionary fight, from Bastille to Napoleon. Remember, history is not just about facts, it's about people who stood up and changed their world. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. This is a smart social where social studies come alive.